You know, everybody, like a lot of people ask me to fight Ilia. What do you think? You know, not make sense. I fought with Ilia for what? Not belt, nothing, you know. Money, I have money, I don't need money.
Islam doesn't want to fight him. Islam said he's not fighting him. Topuria saying he has a title fight. Topuria saying he was promised a title fight. There has been so much that has come with a fight that hasn't been signed, that hasn't been announced, that if announced would be tremendous, but it hasn't. There's so much to this fight, and now you finally get someone, right, from Team Islam speak publicly about it, and that's the great Khabib Nurmagomedov. Guys, Khabib is about as straight a shooter as you're ever going to find. I'm telling you. This isn't him posturing. This isn't these guys trying to raise the price on the fight or anything. This is a true emotion, a true feeling, because honestly, that's how these guys operate, right? So when I see Khabib interview and they start to talk the Islam fight, my ears perk up because I know that we're going to learn something that matters. He goes, hey, I don't know what kind of agreements Ilia and the UFC had, but from Islam's side, he already gave two 145-pound champions title fights. Both of them, Islam won. Now a third time? Okay, let's imagine that Ilia moves up and gets a title shot right away. Islam beats him. Then Ilia fights again. He loses again. So basically, he was a nobody at 155. Islam beat a nobody at 155 because of that time. But because of that, in terms of legacy for Islam, for his resume, I understand Islam's risk.
But nobody would know what's gonna be in the future, you know. I just have same dream.
Yeah.
I want to be double champs, and I just waiting for my chance because not make sense give the chance third time from the some guy who come. If I beat I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say you beat small guy.
Yeah.
He's not your weight division. If I beat Topuria, it's gonna be same.
The same
Everybody
thing.
gonna talk same. But if I
go up,
go up, takes a second belt, this is a legacy.
It could be a shitty thing is that if Ilia goes up and he fights for a number one contendership fight, which I think he should fight, maybe Charles, somebody, and then Islam fights somebody else, Islam can leave, the division, and we might never have that opportunity to see Islam versus Ilia Topuria because Islam has stated that he wants to go up to 170 and try to win the belt there. So there's a small opportunity that we might not, that there's a potential we might not even see this fight just because they both want two different things.
King Khabib is saying no. And the reason I say that could be a problem, 155 has been extremely under wraps. We brought Charles Oliveira on this very program and interviewed him. Going into the interview with Charles, I believed, which turned out to be falsely, that Charles and the other 155-pounders already have the information. It just hasn't been revealed to us. That's what I believed going into that. Coming out the backside of the interview, after I questioned Charles, it was very clear they do not, including behind the scenes, have 155 figured out yet. So when Khabib comes out and says it needs to be Sarukian, or moreover, and his stronger point was it's not going to be Ilia. That alone, Khabib saying it, no matter how much he meant it, will stand. Like, Khabib will not go back on that.
Right now, what is even happening at lightweight? Does Islam, because Islam, we know Islam wants to move up. Then you've got the Belal situation. Jack Della wins that fight, Islam's moving up. Let's be real. Islam's moving up straight away. And then you're going to have, is that what they're waiting for? There's a lot of moving parts right now. So it's a tricky one. Maybe I think Ilia and Islam is a big fight. Now that he's vacated, I think they might reward him for that. But yeah, we'll see. There's a lot happening right now. That's, and I think I don't know anything, but just from, sort of knowing the game and sort of knowing the sort of situation and just how things are, there's a lot of moving parts right now. Anything can change like that. You know what I mean? And a massive change is Jack Della. If that belt changes hands, when is it? May?
May 10th. Yep.
Well, there you go. Islam, you know what I mean? Everything that's where all the decisions probably get made on the spot.
So I get the hesitation because I know that at the end of the day, the juice has not been worth the squeeze for Islam. And he's beating all these guys and beating them dominantly. But to this guy, Makhachev, legacy matters. Legacy matters. And Khabib went into that, right? He goes, Islam will fight anybody. Islam himself said, I'll fight anybody. But he doesn't have much time left. Think about it. If you think about it, Khabib said, Islam will be 34 soon. So Islam doesn't want to fight Topuria or Volkanovski or someone stepping in on short notice like Renato Moicano. He wants to fight the big names who really deserve it. Guys who have been at 155 for a long time. We have nothing personal against Ilia. But if you're moving up a weight class, earn it. That's more or less our stance. That's Khabib. Hey, that there is as telling as anything you'll hear from anyone, because that is Team Islam saying it's not really happening. This is not what's happening. So for the first time, we know now that Team Makhachev is going, I don't feel he's earned it.
But the real question, who is the opponent going to be? Because we know he wants to go up straight away and fight Islam. Islam hasn't been too keen on that idea because he's given other guys a chance before. He wants to become a 2-weight division champion. And then, of course, there's the number 2 ranked Charles do Bronx Oliveira, the man with the most finishes, the most bonuses, the most submissions, the most exciting fighter in all the bloody division, right? Sign me up, take my money. We'd all want to see that fight. And there's also Justin Gaethje. Every single time Justin Gaethje fights, you've got to see it. He is that guy. He is that person. He is always action. And him versus Ilia, holy shit. Again, that's a fight we'd all want to see. So realistically, there's a ton of options for Ilia Topuria.
155 is in a very interesting place right now. It has, for the past at least 6 or 7 years, been kind of the top of the UFC's loaded divisions, has been 155 pounds. Those guys are just aging out. You can only be at the elite level for so long. And that top 5 guys that we've been talking about for years and years and years about how great they are, they're just getting old. Dustin Poirier is got one more fight left in him, maybe. Charles Oliveira is looking to make a run at the title. If it doesn't work, that might be it for him. The guys are getting long in the tooth, right? They're in their mid-30s, a lot of them. A lot have been through a ton of wars. They're just starting to break down. You kind of see those guys at the top, like, okay, Justin Gaethje can only do what he does for so long. Same for Max Holloway. Same for Justin Gaethje. Same for Michael Chandler, right? All these guys who have been through all these wars that we've loved, 155 pounds, they're starting to get a little old. And so he might be making this transition at exactly the right time to take advantage of a 155-pound division that is, wearing down a bit.
But if I had my choice, of course, Ilia, fight Islam Makhachev. I think he needs to be more verbal about it and really, he's been throwing little jabs here and there that he'll stop him, but I think he needs to stop being the nice guy because he doesn't have that nice guy. Like his aura should be more of that bad boy. And I feel like that's where he can really cut that really great promo and get people involved.